At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the visitors' sideline, Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. On the other side, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll... The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 19 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
But they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Back to throw, Darnold. That'll be caught by Cobb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Darnold a sneak. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team. And boy, are they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Powers past him at midfield. And a powerful stiff arm that frees him. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
At the 7-yard line.
It's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And it showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down.
A 6-yard gain.
Rodgers with a keeper. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yeah, I think he was able to lean forward a little bit, but he did not get the first down. So that's a very disappointing play, as it's going to bring up 4th and very short.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And they wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down, and the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 7-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They try the left side with Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's rolling. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Rodgers going to throw. The back foot throw there is incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Kobe Bryant on the coverage.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Darnold now to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff
team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
First down, Seahawks.
Darnold from the gun. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. To the air again, Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. To throw is Darnold. Got it open there. It's Darnold. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Short throw. It's Higbee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throw out wide to Walker. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
Darnold going deep for Walker. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Here's Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba. 2nd and 6. Darnold to throw again. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. Straight ahead, Walker. Able to slither by. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Seahawks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Zach Charbonnet, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to 2. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely to pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Rodgers now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warren. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Gain of 6 yards.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6. First Steeler touchdown. Excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties with big nickel. They just want to take one of the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that makes it a 9-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
At the 39-yard line.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now Darnold. And it was caught. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Seattle.
Here's Darnold. He's got a man. It's his fullback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Short throw, it's Higbee. Second down and 8. Throwing again is Darnold. Incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2 yards to go, second down. Now Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Oh, good move. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
36-yard line. Brings up second down.
Now it's Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
He's going to leave this one. And a loose fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Pittsburgh Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they want to go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
Brings up 2nd down at the 21-yard line.
A handoff for Warren. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have the Steelers 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 32.
On the give, it's Warren. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Juwan Bentley was the one who found his way through and finished off that play.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the
to throw is Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Rodgers. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
To throw is Darnold. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Now a 3rd and 6.
Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Darnold now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Austin. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
It's on the right side. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Dances by him. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looking to put a drive together.
I got it.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Warren. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Woods. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now Rodgers. Another targeted catch for Robert Woods. From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now it's Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's Walker to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Here's Darnold. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now Darnold. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Darnold. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Steelers. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the run, it's Warren. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. For left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2.
The Steelers will line up for the 2.
They're going to try and run for it, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Quick throw caught on the line by Valdez-Scantling. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Darnold going up top for Kupp. And not nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. That's caught right side. It's rolling. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. Now Rodgers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They'll run it, roaring. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to break out 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd down at the 42-yard line.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he will have the Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. And he'll spike it with exactly 30 seconds now left on the clock. Clock at 30 seconds. 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here now, 3rd down.
A loss of 5 on the play. It's 3rd and 15.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, pass caught by Warren. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play. Getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Seahawks, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.